Okay, good morning and welcome back to Upload TV. We're on day 2 of our trip to Ayrshire, the home of next year's 2016 Open at Royal Troon. Today we've took a trip to Western Gailes Golf Club, just a little bit down the road, and from what we've seen, we spent a day on the 7th tee on a par 3 hole that we were sponsoring in a competition yesterday. So a brief glimpse of the golf course, and it looks to be in absolutely immaculate condition. There's a bit of wind picked up today, so a proper true test of links golf, and we can't wait to get out there, so let's go play some golf. Okay, so we're on the first tee. I'm with Henry, the starter. Henry's been with Western Gailes for 14-15 years or so. So have you got any tips or hints for us that you can help us find our way around?
Yeah, just keep the ball low. There's very, very good conditions in the course. It's an excellent course, and you'll thoroughly enjoy your day.
Sounds good to me. So we'll keep it low. We'll be doing our best, and we'll see how we get on out there at doing that. Yeah. Thanks, Henry. Good to meet you. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's as early as the second hole when you find out what Western Gailes is all about. Second hole is stroke index 3. It's dogleg right to left from the tee, but then it's your second shot in. That again, we've not played this golf course before, so you soon learn about going for the flags is not necessarily the best option. You need to know where you need to feed your ball in from, and if you take a look at these undulations that lie before, literally sort of maybe 60 yards short of the green, one bounce the wrong way and you're going into heavy rough, bunkers and whatever hazards are waiting there for you. So you really need to know the line to take when you're making your approach shots in at Western Gailes. Okay, so you learn very quickly at Western Gailes that bunkers are a key feature of the defence of the golf course, like with most links courses you'll find. Excellent condition, a lot of revetted bunkers which I think are great to look at on any links course. Really steep faced, and the type that leave you, once you see your ball disappearing into there, you're looking now and thinking, you know, we've got sort of 4 or 5 foot lip to clear, and it's fingers crossed whether or not you're going to get it out or whether or not it's going to roll back down to your feet and you get a second go at it. So that's not a bad one. That nearly went in, but yeah, that was a good one. Not always going to be the case. 9 times out of 10 they'll be bouncing against that bunker wall and landing back at your feet, and time for another go. Okay, so we're on the 5th tee, and stroke index 1 in front of us. It's 430 yards off the yellow tees. We're a bit fortunate in that I think slightly downwind today, so we've got a little bit of help. But if you take a look back behind me, you soon notice about why this is stroke index 1. One, the fact that it's 430, and secondly, the fact that how narrow that fairway is. There's bunkers both left and right, and anything leaked either side of those and you're in big trouble. So it's with driver, but it's going to have to be straight, otherwise this is a reload. Started slightly left, it's coming back a bit. Yep, we might just get away with that one. We're on the 6th hole, and what a great tee position this is. Views across the course, across the sea there are fantastic. Real elevated position. It's 500 odd yard par 5, stroke index 5. We're still on the white tee box, and you can see behind me there's a long carry. I assume this is going to be a hole that's going to make a slight dogleg from left to right. So the brave tiger line, as they call it, would be in a straight line off the tee box, or maybe my choice will be to go maybe slightly left and with a little bit of fade. But great start to the hole. I'm not sure how it'll play out because we've never been down there before ourselves either, and perhaps we'll pick it up again further down the hole. But certainly from the tee, it's an absolute spectacular position to hit off from. There's nothing better than seeing your ball fly off into the distance from a raised tee position, and what a great golf hole this looks to be. Okay, so we've come up short, wrong club selection, but at least we're still on the short stuff, so we'll take that, because believe me, it could be a lot worse when you look at how narrow this landing area is. But things don't stop there, because we're looking into a green which is an absolute great feature. It looks fantastic, but you can see the cambers and everything slopes from right to left, and the way they got the flag position today, we're right on the bottom of that slope, and to be quite honest, I think there's an almost impossibility of me getting the ball close. Many of these shots on the links course were played as maybe a 7-iron, a bump and run, something like that. But again, I think I'll be aiming way right, and the pace will take it down the slope and past the flag. We're going to try and it will be try a bit of a lob wedge, and not your typical link shot, but see if we can throw one up in the air and land soft. I've pulled it slightly to the left, but it's finished perhaps, well, maybe as good as I could have possibly gotten anyway. I'm sure there's many members who would have played that shot a little bit differently, but we'll take that. But this has been an absolute fantastic par 5 from start to finish. Okay, quick stop off at the 8th just to pre-warn you, first time visitors to Western Gailes as we are. You hit a fairly long carry over some the rough area off the tee, and get a good landing position. You'll be left with, as I was, 140 into the green, and fortunately chose the right club and landed on the green. But make sure you get it right, because if you just look behind me now, there's a little hidden ravine there that runs right across the front of the green, and anything short is inevitably going to be gathered up in there, and there's a penalty shot for you. So be warned on the 8th, make sure you're long and carry that ditch. Okay, so we're on the 13th, and it's a par 3, and it only measures 122 yards from the tee box. So that's very straightforward for most golfers, or at least it should be. It's all carry, all trouble between you from the tee box and in its way into the green. But again, first time player, what you won't see is this ditch and ravine that again runs right across the front of the green, and there's no escaping from it. But all I wanted to show you is this. Anything short, and literally a club short of the green, and your ball is going to pitch short, and it's going to roll back down and make its way all the way back down into that ravine that we've just spoken to, and it's good night Vienna. So make sure, once again, get your club selection correct here at Western. Okay, so we're stood on the 14th tee, and the furthest position away from the clubhouse on the back 9, and our walk back to 18 will all be against it was a slight crosswind, but it's also into you as well, so a tough finishing stretch to the round here. But it's stroke index 6, and if you have a look behind me, it's a par 5, pretty daunting tee shot. There's a fair old carry there across the heavy and dense gorse bushes, and then awaiting on the right that I can see visibly are 2 bunkers, and the way it plays at this golf course, Western Gailes, I've no doubt there's a couple on the left as well, but we can't see them as yet. But a great start to the return home into 18. Okay, so a quick stop off at the in front of the 16th green, and just thought we'd take a look at this feature, which is very unusual. Another ditch that runs across those yellow markers, steep incline, and it starts maybe about 30-40 yards short of the green. So in reality, it should be something that you're clearing. As long as you've not got too long of an iron in for your approach shot, it should be cleared. But then again, prevailing wind into you, I'm sure that comes into play more often than not here at Western. Okay, so we've made our way to the 18th green, and our day at Western Gailes has come to a finish. And I have to say, of all the links golf courses I've played over the years, Western Gailes is right up there with the very best. It's a fantastic layout. Probably the front 9 or 10 holes are my favourites. Great variety from the tee to green. From 10, 11 onwards into 18th, it becomes a bit more classic links, where it's a bit more laid out in front of you, a bit flatter in terms of the terrain, but all the same, really good 18 holes from start to finish, which is unusual. You normally find a great golf course will be great for 12, 13 holes, and then there's 5 or 6 that are maybe not so good and let it down slightly. That's not the case here at Western Gailes. Every hole from start to finish is really high quality. Greens are superb, as you'll have picked up from all the video that we've done today. Bunkers are fantastic. The condition throughout the course is absolutely superb. To play around at Western Gailes is £135, so it's top end. So you'd expect some decent quality. But when you compare it to what's out there and what you pay those green fees for, the types of courses you get your money at, I would certainly put it right in amongst them, and it's well worth playing if that's the kind of money you're prepared to pay for your golf. Facility superb, clubhouse superb, warm welcome. I can't say enough about Western Gailes and how good it is. So it certainly gets a thumbs up from Tiuplo, and we've had a great day here up in Ayrshire.